Sometimes when you just simply talk about numbers, numbers can lose their impact. But what I want to talk about is 65,000 people, not numbers, but people. These 65,000 people live in the 6 communities surrounding us, and they never ever go to church. They never attend church for whatever reason. So what would it look like for LifePoint to be able to provide a place for them where they can come and they can investigate the truths of God? Those 65,000 people, those are not numbers. Those are your friends, family, co-workers, people who need to know that God loves them and that He can impact their life and ultimately use their lives to impact the world. On a typical Sunday at LifePoint, we have 2 things that we struggle with. One of those things is parking. Depending on what service you come to, it may be difficult to find a place to park, or you may have to park far away and walk up the hill. So what does it look like for us to find a place where parking is no longer an issue? A place where when you invite your friends, co-workers, family members to come check out LifePoint and to check out God, it's easy for them to find a place to park. Another thing that we struggle with is finding a seat. Depending on what service you come to, it may be difficult for you to find a seat. So what would it look like for us to find a place where seating is no longer an issue and people could come and check out the truths of God, check out LifePoint, and it's comfortable for them to come and find a place to sit and it's not crowded? For almost the past year, the leadership team has been looking at different options that we could pursue that would help us provide parking and space as we continue to impact the people in our surrounding communities. There's been several sleepless nights as we've looked into these options, and now we think we've come up with what is a great step in the process for us. There's probably several steps before we get to the ultimate place that we'll call LifePoint home. But as we pursue these steps and as we take these journeys together, one of the things that we need to keep in mind is the reason that we're doing it is to impact those 65,000 people that don't ever go to church. Those 65,000 people are your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends, your family members that never go to church. So let me try to answer what that next step looks like for us with one word. And this one word may sound kind of crazy, but that word is movies. Now you may ask yourself, what does movies have to do with helping us in this journey, in this process of creating space? The movies is the very place that's going to help us do that. By us going to Showplace 12 cinemas, it creates parking spaces and seating spaces we can use to invite our friends, our neighbors, our co-workers, our family members, so that they can come and hear the truths about God. Those 65,000 people that live in our area that never ever go to church, they deserve to hear how much God loves them. Would you please help us do that?